Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Hey guys, if you hear weird noises today, besides my voice, I'm in a new place in this studio apartment in a co-living space in London. So I moved to another country. And guys, if you didn't know that, but to many places now, when you travel, you have to self-isolate for a couple of weeks. So I'm still trying to figure out how to make it all work, the whole self-isolation thing. But I already did go for a walk. I found a nice park and, park and a place where I can walk, preferably with nature. That's one of those things that is really important to me for my well-being, my health, my fitness. So whenever I have this around, it's a huge bonus. And guys, our environment, it's a huge self-designing tool. So when there are things or places and people that prompt you to do something good for you, it's going to be so much easier for you to stick with that long term. So for example, if there is a park nearby and people run there and walk and do a lot of active stuff, then probably you at some point will also think about running and moving more and spending more time in that park. So don't underestimate the influence of the environment on your lifestyle, on your health, and even on the kind of person you are, guys. It's a huge thing. So try to put yourself in the environment, places, people, things, what you hear, what you see, in the environment that promotes, that helps you to become a better you easier. So put yourself in that kind of environment and you'll be surprised how much easier it's going to be healthier, to be fitter, to be a better version of you on all levels. So that being said, guys, today we will talk about week number 3 from my upcoming food and lifestyle school, where we're going to be covering smart weight loss, fit and healthy body for life. We're going to be practicing all these small adjustments of your lifestyle, of your nutrition, that are going to be easier for you to maintain for your life. And in return, these lifestyle habits and routines will help you to design, to maintain a healthy body, a healthy mind, high energy levels. It all will help you to lose weight easier and maintain it easier. And feel that at the end of 2020, this crazy year when I have to self-isolate myself for 2 weeks when I arrive to a new place. So at the end of 2020, you're actually going to accomplish something that is really meaningful to you, something that you haven't been able to accomplish maybe in years, maybe in decades, something like healthier, fitter body and mind. And that will fuel so many other positive transformations in your life. So week number 3 of our upcoming school that starts November 1st, we'll be working on habits surrounding or around our shopping for healthier groceries. We're gonna learn how to read labels, what to seek out on these labels, what kind of ingredients we want in our foods, what kind of ingredients we don't want in our foods, and what all these new novel functional foods mean, and what you should pay attention to and what you should be careful about. You'll be able to ask all the questions. You'll be able to ask me all the questions and the group, and you'll get so much useful and practical advice and tips and solutions to the challenges, healthy eating challenges that you might be experiencing in your life, guys. So it's going to be amazing. Today, I'd like to share with you a few pieces of wisdom, or, what I personally learned trying to buy better groceries and healthier and fitter, and researching all the ingredients, all the new ingredients and old ingredients, all the functional foods. I want to share with you a few practical pieces of advice that you can start using today that will simplify and healthify your shopping today, and shopping for your whole household. If you are someone who's buying groceries for not just you, but someone else in your family or in your household. Number one, guys, ingredient lists. Please do start reading ingredient list, not some marketing claim on a front label, not how many calories of fats or carbohydrates this food has. No, please turn around that package and try to buy less food in packages. Turn around that package and read all the ingredients in that food. And yeah, in general, try to get foods that have as many foods as possible. Foods without ingredient list, like apples, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, chicken liver, meat, fish, chicken, one ingredient foods, that's the best. And then you cook them with a few simple recipes that anyone can do, and you're good to go. But when it comes to ingredients, guys, always read them. And if there is something you don't understand, like there is some chemistry words or some numbers and some substances that you have no idea what they are, like, don't buy that food. Foods that you buy should be ideally nothing added, nothing removed, and they should have ingredients that you, as a human being, as a normal human being, you understand. So if those ingredients you're looking at, if you understand all of them, and your grandma, your mother would recognize them, or your father, anyone would recognize them and understand what they mean, buy that food. If you don't understand something, don't buy that food. Let the scientists, the researchers, the nutritionists argue and trying to figure out what are okay ingredients, what are questionable ingredients, what are good ingredients. Let them try to figure that out over the next couple of decades. Let this messy part not be a part of your health journey. So while everyone is trying to figure it all out, what ingredients are better and work for us, stay with the foods that's been working for us for our whole human evolution. Ingredients that are whole foods that you as a human being understand without having to study nutrition or without having to Google the ingredients. Let them argue while you eat the foods that have been proven by all our human evolutions. Real foods, fruits, vegetables, meats, fish, chicken, and everything that is made from them. Now, when it comes to things like added salt, added sugars, I recommend to eliminate all the added sugars. And how do you know if this ingredient added sugar and not a part of a whole food? Well, if it's added, like if you read the ingredient list and there is cane juice and you're not buying a piece of cane stick, then it's added. It wasn't in the original package designed by nature. It's actually really simple. Or if you're buying some cereal, right, and there is some evaporated, I don't know, apple juice or evaporated grape juice or cane juice. That cereal, it did not have designed by nature in it grape juice. It's not a part of a whole food. So this is added sugar. Whereas if you take something like an apple, there is no ingredient list, first of all. And second of all, there are sugars, natural sugars, but they, you don't need to put them on the ingredient list. You don't need any ingredient list for apples, period. So those are natural sugars. That means they naturally occur in that food. And if anything has to be put on the label, it means it was added. So I highly recommend you to practice this habit. Eat sweet things only when they are naturally sweet. And the only thing that is naturally sweet is fruit. Like, I'm just thinking about it right now. What else is sweet out there that is not fruit? The only sweet thing naturally that is sweet, it's fruit, and maybe, sweet potatoes when you cook them. But you understand what I mean. If it's not fruit, then it's not supposed to be sweet, and anything else that is there, that is added sugar. Now, when it comes to salt, guys, if you eat a diet full of whole foods cooked with salt, or for example, you buy something like canned tuna with added salt, this is very lightly processed food. The only processing that was done, it was, tuna was taken out of the water and it was cooked and put in a can. And salt is an ancient ingredient that has always been with us, with animals. Animals lick stones to get something salty, to get the sodium. Well, if salt is added to this minimally processed food, and you can eat it with that salt, meaning that, there is only so much salt our taste buds can tolerate. You cannot really overeat salt if your diet is whole food diet and it doesn't have all the highly processed, ultra processed foods, all the snacks with added sugars and salt and fats. So if your diet is a whole food diet with added salt, consisting of whole foods cooked and minimally processed like canned tuna foods, then it is no concern for you how much salt added there. There has never been any proper science confirming that salt added to whole foods has any health, dangerous for health potential. It's never been the case. So if your diet consists of whole foods without any ultra processed foods, you're good to go. You don't need to worry about salt. Salt is essential for human health. We can die without sodium in our diets. And again, if you eat only whole foods with added salt, there is only so much your taste buds can tolerate without you or this is too salty. Like, we know that our body knows how to regulate salt, unless that salt is a part of ultra processed foods that we should not have in our diet, unless for, very rare occasions. It's not something we should be consuming regularly. So if you apply and really understand just these two basic principles of healthy eating. So you eat sweet things only when they're naturally sweet, like fruit, and it shouldn't be modified, processed a lot. Like fruit, eat it whole, not some fruit juice or fruit smoothie, right? So if you eat something sweet and it's part of whole foods, and the rest shouldn't be sweet. So that's the rule. And then when it comes to salt, eat salt as a part of a whole food diet and avoid all the ultra processed foods, and you're going to be fine. You don't need to count really any carbohydrates or salt if your diet is a whole food diet. Eat natural foods, cooked, prepared in a healthy way, and you'll be fine. And then another thing, again, as we talked about today, ingredient list. Read them, and if there is something you don't understand, don't get it. The ingredient list should contain whole foods. Like maybe you're buying some vegetable mix and there is some olive oil, some salt, some maybe spice and herbs, totally, human names, herbs and spices like, paprika or curcumin or black pepper or oregano or basil, those things, those plants that we all human beings understand. So sugar comes only in natural forms, no added sugars. Salt should be a part of a whole food diet. And ingredients, the ones you don't understand, don't buy them. Don't buy foods and products with them. And you're going to be okay. actually much better than most of the people trying to figure out every single ingredient. So read ingredients, not front label marketing stuff, or the amount of carbohydrates or sugars or saturated fats. Saturated fat also, guys, if it's a part of a whole food diet, if this fat is not added to this product, like for example, coconut flakes, coconut chips, if the product is made with one ingredient, dried or roasted coconut chips, there is no sugar added, there is no fat added, but saturated fat is naturally a part of coconut. Like saturated fats are in coconuts. That's totally fine to eat. But if there is some fat added in your product, in your food to preserve it, try to avoid that kind of food. So natural foods, when fats and carbohydrates and, proteins and fibers are parts of that food, they are great for us. When they're added, there is concern whether, you should limit it or not. So remember this, eat whole foods, cook in a healthy way, eat products that do not contain any weird added stuff, or added sugars, or for that reason, added fats. Eat your fats from whole foods. And that's going to simplify your whole shopping and eating, and it's going to make it so much healthier and better for you. And you lose weight without having to count carbohydrates and going on a keto diet or doing a lot of intermittent fasting and a lot of this, or going plant-based or paleo or whatever that might be. If you just stop eating foods with added sugars and weird ingredients and fats that are not part of a whole food, then you'll be totally fine. That's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand. It's not about fats or carbohydrates or sugars. It's more about, is it a part of a whole food, or is it a part of some product trying to be healthy and to appeal to a healthy consumer? This kind of things we'll be discussing and most importantly practicing through assignments in our school that starts November 1st. So Sunday, November 1st, we're going to have our first Zoom class. And from that, we're going to get our assignments, and we're going to have our chat room where you can ask all the questions. You can ask me, you can ask people in the group. So please do sign up. Email me at angela@createyourself.today, and I'll sign you up today. And soon, by the end of 2020, in our 9-week journey, you'll be in much better shape when it comes to your body weight, to your fitness, to your health, and what's most importantly, to your healthy habits, eating, fitness, lifestyle. Because guys, habits, that's what will help you to keep your health, your weight results. Habits, not some fancy keto diet or magical intermittent fasting. No, your overall lifestyle, your healthier habits, that what will keep results, that what will bring you those results and help you to keep them for life. So please do join our group, guys. Don't forget to share this episode with anyone who is, struggling to understand how to shop for healthier foods, what to pay attention to, what not to pay attention to. And guys, I just briefly discussed the most important aspects of shopping and choosing foods and products. But in our school, we're gonna also talk about functional foods, like how to choose foods to improve, for example, your immune function, or your gut health, or your energy levels. We're going to be talking about all of that. Also, I'll share with you my tips and tricks, how to avoid all the temptations, how to avoid all the junk, how to not want that junk, and how to have only healthy stuff in your shopping cart, whether you shop for yourself or your whole family, or maybe for your boyfriend or your girlfriend. We're going to talk and master and practice all of that, guys. This is just a very small glimpse into what's going to be happening in our food school, food and lifestyle school, where we're going to be specifically covering smart weight loss, fit and healthy body for life. So guys, thank you for tuning in. If I was a little bit off with the way I presented the material today, please excuse me for that. I just moved to a whole new country and still a little bit, thinking about all the things that now I have to take care of. But by the way, yesterday I did my healthy shopping. I got a bunch of spinach and lemon liver, actually eggs. I got fruit. I got some nuts and water, all the staples to make sure that I'm full of healthy, nutritious foods that helps me to prevent all the cravings and temptations in eating all the crap. So that's some news from me. But yeah, guys, excuse me if I was a little bit off, maybe not sure. Stick with me the rest of the week. Till Saturday, actually, we're gonna learn more practical stuff like we did today, something that's gonna be in our school. And then November 1st, we are starting our school first class on Zoom, gonna be November 1st. So please sign up, please share this episode. And guys, till next time, shop healthy whenever you get to go shopping. And talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.